How to fix a missing piece on your painted furniture. For today's tutorial, you will need tools to remove the piece you're copying if necessary. I'm using a chisel and a mallet in today's demonstration. Mold making kit. Today I'm using the Amazing Mold Putty Kit by Alumilite. Casting resin kit. Today I'm using the Amazing Casting Resin Kit, also by Alumilite. A plastic or paper cup to mix your resin in. Sandpaper. I'm using 220 grit, but any similar grit will work. Wood glue. Today I'm using Gorilla Wood Glue. Wet wipes. I'm using baby wipes, but you could also use a wet paper towel or a dishcloth. Today's tutorial demonstrates a technique that we've already demonstrated in another post, but we thought it would be helpful to do a video demonstration as well. Check out the description box below for a link to the original tutorial. For this technique to work, your project must have an identical, intact version of the piece you are missing that you can use to make a copy. Step 1. Remove the piece you intend to copy. This is only necessary in situations where you can't get the mold around all the sides but one. In our example today, we can only get around 2 sides of the piece unless we remove it. If you are simply copying an applique, this is most likely not necessary, and you can skip this step altogether. Be sure to minimize damage as much as possible during the removal process. Step 2. Make your mold. Make sure to follow the directions included in your mold kit. For the Amazing Mold Kit that we are using in this demo, you simply mix equal amounts of each container by kneading them together until they are blended. Then, once you're satisfied that the mold has been thoroughly mixed, wrap the mold around the piece you are trying to copy, leaving the part that you want to glue to your project facing out. Try to set the mold up in a way that it will sit on a flat surface so that you won't spill when you fill it with the casting resin. Then let the mold set for approximately 20 minutes. Step 3. Remove the mold. Once your mold putty has set up, you can remove the old piece from the mold. The putty is pretty pliable, so you can simply pull it away from the old piece. I've used the same product on very complicated designs and it's always worked very well. Be careful not to scrape or dent the mold as you remove it. Step 4. Mix your resin. Once again, make sure to follow the directions included in your resin kit. For the amazing casting resin kit, just mix equal amounts into your plastic cup and stir with the plastic spoon or popsicle stick. Step 5. Create the resin cast. Quickly pour your mixed casting resin into your mold, then let it dry for approximately 30 minutes. Be careful not to touch any resin while it dries, as it gets extremely hot. Step 6. Remove the resin cast. This is just like removing the mold. Once the cast is completely dry, gently peel the mold away from the cast. Step 7. Sand away any imperfections and smooth out the back. Sand away any bumps or flaws in your cast with your 220 grit sandpaper. Then sand the back to scuff up the surface. This makes it easier for the cast to stick to the surface of your project. Step 8. Glue the piece back in place. If you had to remove a piece to make your mold, glue that back in place with some wood glue. Then before gluing your new piece, check to make sure that it fits and that you like the way it looks. Then put a small amount of glue on the back of the piece and set it in place. Use clamps to hold it in place if necessary. Then remove any excess glue with a damp paper towel or baby wipe. Let the glue dry for a few hours before painting your new piece. Once your project is painted, you'll never know that it was missing a piece beforehand. And that's how you fix a missing piece on your painted furniture. Want more furniture restoration videos? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow our blog at vintagestorehouserestorationco.com to get new posts sent right to your inbox. For more information on the products used in this demonstration, you can find links for each product in the description box below. Thanks for watching!